Good afternoon. Before I read, I have to explain something. This that I'm going to read to you, this is the very first time, and I've been writing since I was 16, that the title appeared before what I wrote. I have no idea where I was. I think I'm shaving, maybe getting up, I don't know. But this line just came across, and it's the title of this piece. It's called A Last Visit with Charlie Galvan at the Waco Veterans Medical Center. Instead of Charlie Galvan, I had put Charlie Fry. Fry was a friend of mine who was in the service, as was Charlie Galvan, but Galvan was from my hometown. So, first time, this line just came up. So I said, well, I guess there's something here. So I sat down and I wrote it, I don't know, maybe in one day, but then of course it takes 3 or 4 weeks to finally hold it down. This is a result of that line that appeared. Charlie and I are now in our 80s. I'm a free man and a widower. I live alone and need no help getting about. Charlie, though, has spent the last 40 years in a wheelchair, the result of a North Korean mortar, which also mowed down 5 of the guys. It was a bright, sunshiny day. Back in camp, our platoon leader, Lieutenant John, identified the mortar as of Russian manufacture. 11 months on his back at Tokyo General, another 18 with a cane, and then, when age caught up with him, the chair. No complaints, not from Charlie Fry. Back in '51, the platoon leader had called him a stalwart, although none of us knew what the word meant. The shavetail then ordered and added bulwark, but all we did was to look around at each other. An all-right guy, man, one you can depend on, look up to, you know, a stalwart, a bulwark. Charlie was that, I guess, but that was then. Now, he couldn't carry a carbine, let alone that .30 caliber machine gun he lugged all over North and South Korea until the mortar did his job. And so once again, I'm here at the Waco Medical Center. His voice remains strong as ever, not so the legs, of course. But today it's Charlie's day to choose the topic. Would it be books? How about a movie, TV, a trip, he says. Where to? We've taken so many. And after a pause, I say, how about Nara? You know, a visit to Admiral Yamamoto's place and garden. A nod, and then, remember the flowers at Nara? Remember in the streets? How do they grow in the streets? How is that done? Flowers sprouting out of paved streets. Strange people, the Japs. Charlie knows his brother's former enemies are now called Japanese, but he remains in the early 50s, and Japs is good enough for Charlie Galvan. Remember how we turned down the invitation to visit Hiroshima after training? He begins to fidget, a sign he has something to say. Charlie turns in his chair and focuses on a window where a pair of houseflies are hooked, making love. You and I have been friends since high school, and we've held around here and there and in southern Honshu. I nod. You never talked much then, and his voice drops. Where are we going with this? You. Well, what about me? I said, you're the only one who visits. I was there, Charlie. He nods. Yeah. And we shared type A blood, buddy. You know that? That makes us kin. Yeah, we're blood. And he cackles and he shakes his head. I return to Nara. I can see it clearly. Poverty, the beggars, the onlys at the authorized whorehouses, and him on crutches, drunk and laughing. A long time ago, Rick, buddy. Remember the Jet World War II veteran? The one with the aluminum leg made out of Schlitt beer cans? And wearing that damp tropical uniform in freezing weather and earning a living playing the accordion. I nod again. A long time ago, Charlie. But I got me an idea. I get money for being 100% disabled and been saving it. No more imagining trips, Ray. I want to go to Japan. I want to die there. There, where no one knows, hey, maybe I got a bastard son or two in old Japan, right? It's just mine. How are you planning to go there? A wide grin as if talking to a child. will fly, that's how. Who's the we? You. You and me, like the old days. You got nothing to tie you down here. Sammy died years ago, and he's serious, and he's seriously ill. You want me to bury you there in Tokyo? He said, damn straight. Hell, if Sonny made a home there, and he did, well, so can I. Permanently. What do you say? I'll pay my own way, Charlie. How does the Aoyama Cemetery sound to you? Perfect. He grinned. Perfect. Because that's where Masako and Tamiko were buried, yeah. Goddamn fire at the Ernie Pile Theater. Christ. And Charlie looks out of the window again. Can't last more than a month, they say. So you got to handle the logistics. That's it. There's no one else, Ray. I know. But don't forget, you clap after the praying, all right? And I want lots and lots of cherry blossoms. You know, a first-class burial. Charlie Fry, a native of Florida, Texas, died a week later, 2 weeks short of his 82nd birthday. 3 months later, I landed at Narita Airport, booked a room, and took the ashes to the Aoyama Cemetery. After the prayers, an English-speaking caretaker took me to the gravesites of Masako Watanabe and Tamiko Shimura, a first-class burial. Thank you.